Aloha, it's Matthew, and I have my Mooncat haul from the most recent 20% off Mooncat sale. Um, and I just recently ordered 4 of the Holo Taco new crushed hollows, and that's going to be my last nail polish order for a while because I need to go on a really tight budget for a little while. I did end up buying a new car, and I'm gonna put a little picture of me in it here real quick. So that's the new car, and so all this money that I had extra for nail polish and whatnot is no longer extra. So I'm going to have to start budgeting if I want to treat myself, or maybe give drop hints at birthday and Christmas time. Plus, I have plenty of polishes to wear until I figure out my budget and whatnot. So, any of you guys out there on a low buy or no buy after the next Holo Taco video, I'm going to be in the same boat with you guys, and so I'm just going to start this video by saying if you are on a low buy or no buy, then these polishes somebody will make another polish like this again. So if you can't get it now, it will be available at another point in time, or go take a look in your nail polish collection, and I'm sure there's one in there that you really enjoy, and put that one on your nails. I'm going to be going through a lot of polishes I already own in future videos. And so let's just get into it. Enough of that background. I'm going to zoom in here. I think I'm going to move these 3 out of the way so we can take a look at these polishes. Oh, here, back out real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, so on my nails right now is Maelstrom. It is gorgeous. It's still a little bit on my finger from just painting. Um, if you've ever driven past the ocean while wearing polarized sunglasses, you can see the color of the ocean and the different colors of like the cobalt and the midnight, the turquoise and the teal, because it kind of, the polarization on the sunglasses takes the reflection off the surface of the ocean, and you see this is what you see on the when you're looking at the ocean with polarized sunglasses, and it's just stunning. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in again, and we can take a peek at what it looks like with the flakes. It's a deep teal turquoise jelly base with these lovely flakes, and then there's also a scattered hollow in there for some sparkle. I mean, this polish went on my nails first because it is a showstopper. And that one again was Maelstrom, and that's from the newest the Siren's Revenge or something like that. The Siren, it's one of their newest collections. It's just stunning. Look at that. Um, Beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. And let's see, I also did put it on a swatch stick, so we'll just take a quick peek at that. This is 2 coats, and on my fingers is also 2 coats. Typically with a jelly and a flake base, oftentimes 3 coats is required, but 2 coats got it for opacity for me. Next up, we have the polish that launched with their sale, and you see it's a nice cornflower blue with a pink flash of shimmer, and then it's also magnetic. It's got a silver magnetic stripe in it. So let's take a look at it on the swatch stick, and there's that magnetic stripe right down the middle. It's kind of subtle because you have a light silver on a light blue, right? There's a better catch of it in the light. It's not as intense as some of the other magnetics, but this one was released when they released the sale, and it's not a limited edition, so that's pretty cool. Quick other thing about Mooncat is they do include a magnet, the round end and the standard magnet that often comes from companies that offer magnetic polishes. They include it for free. You know, kind of higher priced polish, so it's nice to get that little extra. So then this one's kind of an older one. It is called Millennia. And, oh, did I name that last one? The last one was called Mercury in Retrograde. And get that out of the way. Okay, so Millennia looks gorgeous if you just put it on unmagnetized. It looks kind of like a galaxy, right? You got their little sparkling stars of the holographic in there. But it is also a magnetic. And I'm going to put all the magnetics here in the beginning. It looks like, I think I got 5. Because this was a great time in the sale to pick up the magnetics. The color in that magnetic swipe is not really showing up in the bottle, but on the nail, it turns this blue, purple, green. Let's see if I can find the purple angle in this light. See, there's some of the lighter green, and then there's the deeper blue. There is a purple in that shimmer, in that magnetic. I'm just not being, I can see it in real life. I just can't seem to find the angle on camera to make it light up. It could be because I have multiple lights shining on it. Now this one, no, it's also not showing on camera. This one is a little bit translucent on the edges once you paint it on and then magnetize it. So if you wanted it to be super solid, I would maybe put a black undie down first, or maybe even just a dark navy blue, just some sort of base for it to start with, and then put the magnetic over it. And then that way you don't have to do a third coat of that polish. Saves you a little bit of money if you use something like this ORLY liquid vinyl. I got it at not Marshall, TJ Maxx for $5. It's a huge 18 milliliter bottle. So if you just start with a coat of black, you might only even need to do 1 coat of the magnetic, and then that way your more expensive polish can get you more manicures. Up next, we've got Devil's Ivy, and this was from the Seasons of Persephone release, and I wasn't too thrilled with that, simply because it wasn't a lot of springy colors, and I was like, well, I don't need any of those right at the moment, so I'll just wait until stuff goes on sale. It's this sage green with a silver magnetic, and Mooncat really has, I don't know what's in their formula, but look at that sharp magnet, right? There's something about their magnetic formulas, at least especially the newer ones, that when you put the magnet over it, you can see the particles collecting in that line. It's just crisp, right? There we go. There's that line. And then the rest of it goes to that deep, oh, it's not a deep, it's a sage green, like kind of a mid-tone sage green. And for reference, let me grab, KBShimmer does some magnetics, and they're just not as clear, right? They definitely magnetize. Here's KBShimmer's How Polarizing. But you see how it's a little less crisp? It's there. There is a magnetic pigment there, but it just doesn't move in the same way that you see the Mooncat. I don't know whether it's the particle that's more magnetic, or if it's the formula that allows the particles to move easier. I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, Mooncat really has magnetics figured out. And that brings me to my next one, Ghost Ship. This was also in that mermaid release, and it goes, look at that crisp silver, right? It just, it kind of almost looks indigo or blurple when the silver is spread out. So if you were to apply this without magnetizing it, it kind of has a more purple undertone. But once you cut that magnetic stripe in, the blue becomes very apparent. And that one was Ghost Ship. Last, oh, no, not quite last magnetic. This one is Drown My Demons. And this one was from that kind of dark emo one that I've been attracted recently to darker polishes, which I used to think that I really only liked bright, shiny, well, grays too, but sparkly, and these deeper tones kind of put me off. But look at that. It's got a green magnetic particle in a deep teal base. Let's see it on the swatch stick here. Look at that. That is just sharp. Beautiful. And it would look good unmagnetized or magnetized. In my last video that I made, I showed how you can, I used Ghost Ship actually, but I showed how you can do all of your nails regular and then just magnetize your one accent nail and then add a stamp or add a nail art design to just one nail. And then that can bring some more joy to your magnetic polishes. I know that it takes quite a bit of time to magnetize all 10 nails, but if you paint it on standard and then magnetize just an accent finger on each hand, then you're only magnetizing 2 nails, and it can make it much more fun, and a lot less time consuming, right? Okay, so I've got the last magnetic here, and this one I actually got as a free polish. That was a thing that I mentioned about Mooncat, is how I really like that their rewards polishes are separate from their discount codes. So I was able to redeem a reward polish and also participate in the 20% off sale. I really like that about Mooncat. And this was Velvet Rose. It's in there, or it was in their free or in their rewards available category. And this is a pink that I could get behind. It's kind of this dusty rose, and also it's got a nice strong magnetic, metallic finish with a scattered hollow. I mean, it's got a lot going on. This is one that would look nice unmagnetized, but then also looks pretty stellar magnetized. And for the swatch stick, I did magnetize it. So let's take a look at that. And this is one of their older ones. So you see that magnetic isn't quite as crisp as like the Drown Your Demons. It's still quite a there we go. You can see the magnetic stripe right there. It's very distinctive, but in their newer formulas, they really have that magnetic polish figured out. So I did place 2 orders during the sale. I placed my original order, and then I came back and bought a second order, and this was also free. This was in the rewards category, and so I picked up Cosmic Cowboy, and Linri also shared her skepticism for opacity in this one, and I watched her video about her rant about Lava Lamp, and I was like, well, I'm not getting Lava Lamp. But this one, the swatch photos looked like you could get it to opacity, and my swatch stick is just 2 coats, and it's pretty opaque. If I hold it up to the light, I can see through it, but with just 2 coats, I think I might have, let me look. Oh yes, see this little bit of, that little bit of pink right there? I did use the Mooncat brand Getting Even Nail Primer on the swatch stick because I wanted to give it the best possible chance to get to opacity. And personally, if I'm going to do a jelly like I did on these nails, if I'm going to do a jelly with a flake, I start with, for me, I like the KBShimmer Fillin Groovy because this cream color works better on my the tone of my nails than that pink does. But I will say, if you use any of those ridge filling base coats, make sure to give it time to dry. I typically put on my base coat, and then I put on my ridge filling base coat, and then I set a timer. I use my voice to tell my phone to set a 20-minute timer. I don't always make it 20 minutes, but 20 minutes will be sure that that undercoat is totally dry. Because I have had times where it wasn't dry and the entire nail just slid right off because the base coat wasn't dry. Not the nail slid off, but all of the polish. My nail was still intact, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so that was Cosmic Cowboy, and that's kind of one of their older ones. And I think that I had spoken about Mooncat getting more honest with their swatch photos. And I think they're getting better, but honestly, I think videos are your best bet for finding out whether you're going to like a polish or not. This one is kind of an older one as well, the 13th Hour. It is a deep black with a blue shimmer. And as I was painting it on the swatch stick, I realized I have this polish. I have it in that bitch from the Sophia collection from Holo Taco. And this, do I have it handy? I do have it handy. Here, let me pull the Holo Taco one out too. These two are extremely similar. And for those people, oh, I guess the tone of the blue shimmer is different. This one on the right is the Holo Taco, and the one on the left is Mooncat. But those are sisters. You know, not twins, but they're sisters. They are so incredibly close. So if you weren't able to get your hands on the Sophia collection and you want something that's like it, the 13th Hour from Mooncat is very similar. And it's not really picking up on camera. On camera, they look almost identical. I would say in real life that the 13th Hour has more of a blue sparkle, more of a blue shimmer. But honestly, they're both very subtle. It almost looks black from, a foot away. But it does catch the light. There is a blue shimmer in both of these polishes, even though it's very subtle. So there we go. Let me put this Holo Taco back. I've been swatching out all my polish collections, and I finally finished my entire Holo Taco the other day, and I was pretty proud of myself. I am also done with all of my Mooncat now that I got this haul. I do have some more to share with you guys, the ones that I didn't share during the sale, and the ones that are not in this haul. I do have, I don't know, probably one more video's worth. This one is The Trouble with Immortality. Again, oh, let me grab the bottle. It went, oh, I moved it out of the way. It's this one. It is this bronzy, brassy shimmer. And The Trouble with Immortality. It's kind of a like a nice glittery neutral looking nail, right? You could wear this as a very understated, you could wear this to work, I think. It's a very beautiful yet understated polish. It's not screaming, look at me, I'm a shimmer, and I'm, and with flakes and with hollow, which I kind of like that. But this one is, it has its own beauty in that understated look. But that shimmer, look at that. Even when, see the, give me an orange stick. This line here that's reflecting my light, even on the sides of that, you can see the dancing of the sparkles. So it's pretty on its own. It's not, well, you see what I'm getting at. I could stop. Okay. And then I have these... Oh, nope, one more. Okay, so let's do the Siren's Revenge. And this one is a nice, soft, creme-like blue. It's almost, I guess it would be a Crelly, right? Because it's still transparent enough to get that shimmer visible in it. And that one is the Siren's Revenge. It's a recent release. And on the nail, it's pretty. It's very nice. It's pretty simple. Again, understated, blue, sparkly, shiny. It's nothing extravagant, but it's a nice polish. Okay, and so aside from Maelstrom, which was my number one, I have 4 here at the end that are my number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 favorites from this buy. Now, I like all of these. I bought them, right? So, of course, I'm going to be happy. Well, I mean, you're not always happy with every polish you get, but in this order, I was. This one actually caught me off guard. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. When I read the description, I was like, wait a minute, a charcoal base? This is like a moth to a flame. And I don't know how I slept on this one. It's totally like this nice warm charcoal brown with this beautiful red shimmer in it. And the red has a little bit of color shifting. You can see over here on the extreme angle, you get like a gold, orange to gold to green color shift on that shimmer. And it's in a nice deep charcoal base. And it's much like the one I was just wearing. Oh, look at that. It's much like the one I was just wearing from Atomic Polish, but in a darker shade. This one's a lighter gray. I guess they're similar. They're cousins. But they remind me of each other in the way that they're both a gray, and then they both have that like red, gold, orange, green shimmer within them. This one is a much more moody polish, and I've opened up to those lately. Look at that, glorious. Okay, and that was Like a Moth to a Flame. That was my number 2. My number 3 from this order is also from the Mermaid collection, and it's very similar to the one I'm wearing, but a different shade of a jelly base and a different flaky color. The flaky might be the same, actually, now that I'm holding them side by side. But it's definitely a lighter base, and it's called The Sea Between Us. Come on, focus. There we go. The Sea Between Us. And on the swatch stick, you've got this lovely... Can you see the flakes? They're in there. Okay, there you go. There's the flakes. It's kind of getting blown out in the light, but this one is another lovely flaky with jelly and hollow shimmer, scattered hollow in there. I think that both of these, I mean, a lot of flaky polishes look stellar when you make them matte. So I think once I'm done with this video, I might, well, maybe tomorrow, I'll put a matte coat on the ones that are on my nails here, the Maelstrom, and stamp a design on it. I think that way I'll make a video and you guys can see this one matte. The reason it looks so radically different when it's matte is you see this glossy line right here that the light is catching, the gloss, that goes away. And then you really get to appreciate the flakies underneath without the diffuse, no, what is the word I'm trying to look, when something comes between, without the distraction of the gloss, right? So hopefully my prediction is true, and tomorrow or the next time I release a video, maybe next week, we'll find out if it looks great matte. Again, this was another one I slept on. When I saw the flagship photo, I was like, nah, not too into it. And even in the bottle, it looked almost all pink, because look at that. It's a really strong shimmer. But it's also got, there we go, it's got scattered hollow in it, and it's in this deep teal base. The name of the polish is Am I Everything You Fear? And it was also from that Moody collection. You can see the color change of that shifty shimmer over here on the edge. I don't have words. This one really caught me sleeping on it. That whole collection, I was like, meh, when it first came out. But then during the sale, when I started doing a little bit more investigation and I was open to more options, it became apparent that I liked this one. So you see that pink shimmer catches that light line that I was talking about, but then when it's not catching the light and not reflecting, you get that deep, darkened, almost a blackened teal on the sides. It's just, I'm running out of adjectives. It's gorgeous. And I think this is another one that would look stunning matte. You would lose the hollow flakes, and I guess that'll also happen for this. The hollow will be totally killed if you put matte on, because that's just what happens when you put matte coat on top of hollow. But those flakes on this will become evident, and on this one, that shimmer might become even more prominent as like a glow across the whole nail if I put a matte coat, top coat on it. Maybe one day we'll find out. And then number 5 of my favorites on this one was actually Janixa sold me on this one because I watched her review of the that Moody. I don't know why I can't think of the name of the collection, but it was the same collection as the Am I Everything You Fear and Drown My Demons. Yeah, that's and Like a Moth to a Flame. I think those 3 were in that collection, and this one was as well. Monster Under Your Head. It is this swampy green linear hollow. Look at all the colors in that. And I'm finding that if you're starting with a deeper color like a navy with hollow or a black with hollow or this deep, deep, deep green with hollow, the holographic pigment just sparkles with fury. I don't know. It's so much more intense than a lighter colored hollow. And look at that on the nail. Look at those rainbows. Just beautiful. And then you got that deep, moody green underneath. And then that rainbow of holographic dancing across the nails. And that is my Mooncat haul from this last sale. And again, I need you guys to hold me to my word. If I keep showing up with new nail polishes, you guys need to say something in the comments and point it out. Call me out. If you liked my video, feel free to like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd truly appreciate it. And if you like any of these polishes or if you picked up any of them in the sale, let me know. Put something in the comments. I love to chit chat with you guys. And until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye.